I'm Master Chief R.J. Chapman, and we're going to go down Leadership Lane. I used to have hair, but that ship has sailed. I joined the Navy 6 days after graduating high school and proudly wore the cloth of the nation and defended our country for 32 years. Thank you. I spent 14 years on nuclear and diesel-powered submarines. From 2001 until 2004, I was assigned the position as the 5th Fleet Master Chief in charge of all sailors' enlisted concerns in the Middle East and the Persian Gulf. When I retired in 2007, I was going to be a motivational speaker, or maybe even do a TED Talk, who knows? Well, plans change, and the local high school hired me to instruct the Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, or ROTC. This is a huge program at Camden County High School. We have over 180 cadets. They march in parades, provide community service, and set the example for the rest of the school. In my high school, football is king, and it keeps the lights on. Next is wrestling, the 9-time state champions. But the little engine that could is the ROTC rifle team. The purpose of ROTC is not to put people in the military. It's to teach citizenship. Anyone can join ROTC in high school. We had cadets with Down syndrome and cadets selected for the Naval Academy, and everybody in between. The Down syndrome cadets were the best because they taught us all a lot about life. My class has been described as the laboratory for citizenship. I taught two things. I taught leadership and I taught life. What you're about to hear today could change your life and maybe someone else's. Every day you make a difference, and you probably don't even know it. In the words of Hubert H. Humphrey, if you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. My cadets will make great citizens of the United States of America and not be part of the problem, but they will be part of the solution. So let's get this submarine underway. Let's go on deployment. We're not going to go shallow on this one. We're going deep. Let's make a turn here, and we're going to go down Rifle Road, where we meet Rifle Girl. Rifle Girl is super smart. She takes only the hardest classes, the classes with rigor. This cadet has to schedule fun. She's going to go to a birthday party on Saturday. She's going to start having fun at 5:03. She's going to stop having fun at 5:26 and begin studying for her chemistry test on Thursday. Being part of the rifle team is not easy. It takes a lot of commitment and even more dedication. They practice every morning for an hour before class and an hour after class, and for extra fun, they travel 150 miles most weekends just to shoot that rifle. It must be noted, I had nothing to do with their success. Heck, I can't even shoot a rifle. I knew when she took ROTC for the second year that she was only doing so she could be on the rifle team. I didn't have her as a freshman, but she stood out to all the instructors as somebody very, very special. She had the it factor. When she got her work done, she immediately put her nose in another book. She was only playing the game to shoot that rifle. But when she showed up in my class, I wanted her to have some fun, and I wanted her to get value out of my lessons. She became a mini celebrity in our school. She was always in the newspaper for being on the rifle team and being nationally ranked. She got along with everyone, and she worked well with all of them. We're going to make a left turn right here. Go over here. And we're going to go down Bob Ross Boulevard. Yeah, Bob. I was introduced to Bob Ross 7 years ago by a cadet, and he said, Master Chief, let's watch an episode of Bob Ross. When you watch Bob Ross actually made you think you can paint. And you probably could if you just followed along. Everyone loved Bob. And Bob became a fixture every Thursday after our uniform inspection. Soon, I got the Bob Ross refrigerator magnet. Then on Teacher Appreciation Day, I got a Bob Ross pen. One year for Christmas, I got the Bob Ross Chia Pet. We put the seeds on his head and we grew his hair. Anybody got any of them seeds out there? Bob had special messages built into every painting. For instance, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy little accidents. Or the secret to doing anything is believing that you can do it. But Bob is best described in song. I believe, every day's a good day when you paint. I believe, it'll put a lot of good thoughts in your heart. Let's build some happy little clouds. Let's paint some happy little trees. There are moments here. Start off by believing here. It's your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it, that you can do it. And that's Bob. And then it happened, the third greatest day of my life. First, I got saved. Second, she said yes. And third, I got Bob. Hello, Master Chief. Hello, Bob. I got the Bob Ross book from the same cadet who got us hooked on Bob. And I looked at it thinking it was going to be the story of Bob's life, but all it was blank pages. I said, what am I supposed to do with this? He said, you're supposed to write in it, Master Chief. I said, no, you write in it. Write me a letter. And someday, when I retire, I'll read your letter and remember you. This went on for 7 years, with various cadets writing letters in the Bob Ross book. Everyone loved writing Bob. Towards the end of my last year, I recognized that Bob was getting pretty full. And I knew Rifle Girl would never ask to write in the Bob Ross book, but I wanted her to write me a letter. So I said, hey, Rifle Girl, how about writing me a letter in the Bob Ross book? And she said, Master Chief, I will never write a letter in the Bob Ross book. She broke my heart. She crushed my feelings. And she committed the cardinal sin of embarrassing me in front of 50 eyes. The look on my face lasted for about 1/billionth of a second. And I quickly said, oh, okay, no big deal. Who wants to write in the Bob Ross? And of course, 2 kids tackled themselves to get the book. Another word about this was never said. I kept doing my job. She kept doing her part. And my final school year ended. The cadets were gone, and the school was quiet. It's time to end this patrol, surface this submarine, and go back home. I had cleaned up all of my spaces, turned in my computer, and wanted to walk through my classroom one final time just to make sure it was all squared away for the new guy. I opened my door, and I looked on my desk, and there was a little bird. There was a little paper bird. And underneath the little paper bird, there was a 3x5 card that said, open the crane. I unfolded the crane. One side of the paper bird was an official rifle team target sheet. The other side made me cry. Here are the most precious words from her note. Master Chief Chapman, to be honest, initially, I only stayed in ROTC for the second year so I could be on the rifle team. I didn't think I would like your class or get anything from you. But I'm so glad I was wrong. This program has become a significant part of my life, and it wouldn't have if it weren't for you. This class has given me a lot of exercises, independence, that I don't normally get in other aspects of my life. I'll always remember this year and the work I got to do, and of course, the winter ball. I'm excited about applying the things I've learned this year to the real world someday. And P.S., Master Chief, I'm sorry, I didn't write this in the Bob Ross book. We all have our cranes. Could have been that birthday card from your grandma, maybe the Valentine from your third grade sweetheart, or just the thank you note from the guy who graduated high school. Cherish those cranes and relish every day. You can, and you do, make a difference. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. There's more. The Camden County Rifle Team took first place in the Navy National Championships. 8 cadets beat the nation. Even the toughest roads can lead to the most amazing places. And sometimes, in the middle of that intersection, magic happens.